Hello everyone, my name is Anjali Tripathi and I'm intern at ubAdvocates. So today we are going to talk about the definition of offense in Indian Penal Code. So the offense is defined under section 40 of the IPC and the definition is divided into only three paragraphs. So we are going to deal with each paragraph one by one. Let's start with the first paragraph of the definition. So the first part of the section says that except in the chapter and sections mentioned in clause 2 and 3 of this section, the word offense denotes a thing made punishable by this code. So in simple words, it is trying to say that offense means a thing which is made punishable by this code. So the word for a thing is representing the consequence of any act or omission. It is not representing the act or omission itself. Like for example, in case of murder, whose definition is whoever causes death. So causing death, which is a consequence of any act, is punishable, is offense, and not the act itself. Maybe that act also be punishable or also be a consequence for another definition, like in case of attempt. So in case of attempt, act itself is considered as consequence, so it will be considered offense there. But in case of murder, the act itself is not consequence, but death is the consequence. So this consequence, the definition of consequence differs from provision to provision. Maybe which is a consequence for one offense, it could not be a consequence for another offense. So you have to figure it out as per the definition. Now, secondly, it says a thing made punishable. So, if anything is punishable in IPC, only then it will be considered as offense. If it is not punishable, then it will not be considered as offense. Like for example, if we talk about abatement, then in the definition of abatement, there is no punishment being described for the same. Like if the person has committed the abatement per se, then there is no, it will not be considered offense and there is no punishment for the same. But if he has committed any other offense also along with the abatement, then it becomes a punishable. Then it will be punishable in the IPC. So the punishment being describing the punishment is important in order to consider the thing offense in IPC. Now, the third word, that is by this code, is representing the IPC here. So if anything is punishable in IPC, only then it will be considered as offense in IPC. And if that thing is not punishable in IPC but punishable as per any special or local laws, then as per the first part of this definition, that will not be considered as offense in IPC. So for first part, we just need to remember these three things, that is a thing made punishable by this code. If these three things are fulfilled, then that thing will be considered as offense as per the part 1 of the section 40. Now moving towards the second part. The second clause of the section 40 says that in chapter 4, chapter 5a, and in the following sections, namely section 64, 65, and dot dot dot, and the and 445, here the word offense denotes a thing punishable under this code or under any special or local laws as hereinafter defined. So this clause is saying that in these sections, that is like in chapter 5a, chapter 4, and below given sections, in these sections the word offense means a thing punishable by this code, special law, or local law. So you can clearly see the difference between the first part and the second part of the section. All the things are same in both the parts of the section, except in the third one. Like in the first part, there's only this code mentioned, but in this part, this code along with that special law and local law are also being mentioned here. So it is saying that in the following given sections and chapters, those offenses will also be punishable which are defined in special law or local law. So whenever you are going to read the sections given in this second clause, here the word offense means if there is a word offense being mentioned in these sections, then that word means those offenses also which are included in special and local law and are not included in the IPC. So So like if the person has committed any offense which are falling in these sections, and that offense is not defined in IPC but defined in any special or local law of the country, then it will be also punishable as per the IPC. Now moving towards the last part of the section, that is clause 3rd, which says, and in section 141, 176, 177 and 441, the word offense has the same meaning when the thing punishable under the special or local law is punishable under such law with imprisonment for a term of 6 months or upwards, whether with or without fine. So it is saying that for these sections which are mentioned in this clause, the word offense means a thing made punishable by this court या फिर special law or local law. Now it is the same thing which the clause 2 was saying. The difference is merely that their section numbers are changed here, and for there's one thing also being added here, that the offense which is punishable in special and local law should be punishable for 6 months or more. So it is basically saying like if you have committed any offense which is mentioned in these sections, then even though that offense is not punishable in IPC, but if that offense is punishable as per special or any local law, then that will be considered as offense as per IPC. But there is one condition being attached with it, that if that offense is punishable for 6 months or more in special or local law, then only then it will be considered as offense in IPC also. So I hope you guys have understand the difference among all these three clauses. So yeah. So now I am concluding this session. So the first clause of the section 40 says that a thing will be considered as offense in IPC only if it is punishable as per the provisions of IPC. Like if the thing is punishable as per the provision of any special or local law, then it will not be considered as offense as per the clause 1 of the section 40. But there are few exceptions of the same, that is clause 2 and 3. So clause 2 says that a thing will be considered as offense in IPC even though it is not punishable in IPC. Like if those offenses are punishable as per the special or any local law, then also it will be considered as offense as per IPC if the same is falling in the list of the sections given in the clause 2 of the section. And clause 3 says like the clause 2 and 3 are on the same lines, just the list of the sections which are mentioned in clause 2 and 3 are different. And there's a one additional thing being added in the clause 3, which says if the offense that is being defined in a special or local law is punishable for 6 or more than 6 months, only then it will be punishable in IPC also. So I hope you guys understand the section. Thank you so much.